In a quiet town nestled between green fields and gentle rivers lived a pair of twins, Liam, the boy, and Leah, the girl. They shared the same birthday, blew out the same candles every year, but their lives felt worlds apart. From the moment they were old enough to notice, Leah sensed a difference. On birthdays, Liam's toys were always bigger, his clothes nicer. He seemed to soak up all the attention. When relatives visited for holidays, they'd hug Liam first, shower him with gifts, and praise him for how strong and special he was. Leah tried to push the feelings down, but a tiny shadow of jealousy began to grow inside her. With each passing year, that shadow grew darker, more consuming. "Why do you always give him more?" She'd ask her parents, her voice tight with a hurt she couldn't name. Her mother would offer a gentle smile, but a deep sadness always lingered in her eyes. One day, she'd whisper, "You will understand the reason," but not yet. Her father would simply add, "Leah, you have to trust us. Everything we do has a reason." But these vague answers were never enough. For Leah, they were just empty words that did nothing to soothe the growing ache in her heart. Years went by, and the weight of Leah's jealousy became unbearable. Every small favor Liam received felt like a personal betrayal, a tiny knife twisting in her heart. She started avoiding him. Then her avoidance turned to resentment. And then, one ordinary afternoon, that resentment boiled over and she snapped. It happened on the staircase of their home. Liam was excitedly showing their parents a report card full of good grades. His face lit up with that bright, innocent smile Leah had once adored. Seeing him so happy, so praised, sent a tidal wave of emotions crashing over her: hurt, anger, confusion, and a bitter, all-consuming jealousy. As Liam turned to walk upstairs, Leah moved behind him. In that single, impulsive moment, without a thought for the consequences, she pushed him. Liam tumbled down the stairs. He hit the floor with a sickening thud, and then he didn't move. Leah froze, a cold horror washing over her. Her heart hammered against her ribs as her parents screamed and rushed to Liam's side. Her mother cradled him, her voice cracking as she cried, "Liam, Liam, wake up." He was rushed to the hospital. Leah was left alone in the cold, sterile waiting area, her body trembling uncontrollably. She hadn't wanted this. This wasn't what she meant to happen. All she ever wanted was to be seen, to feel valued, to be loved just as much. But now she was terrified she had lost her brother forever. Hours later, her parents finally came to sit with her. They looked exhausted, their faces etched with a weariness that seemed to have aged them years in a single night. But when they looked at her, there was no anger in their eyes only, a heartbreaking, soul-crushing sadness. "Leah," her father began, his voice heavy, "it's time you learned the truth. The truth we've kept from you all these years." Waiting until you were old enough, her mother reached for her hand, her touch surprisingly gentle. She whispered, "When you and Liam were born, the doctors said you wouldn't survive. You were so weak. Your organs were failing. They told us. They told us we could only save one baby. Leah's heart stopped. She could barely form the word, me. Her mother nodded, tears finally spilling down her cheeks. But your father and we refused to lose you. We begged the doctors to find another way. They said the only chance, the only hope, was for Liam to donate what he could. Her father continued, his voice trembling with the memory. Liam, even as a newborn, he saved you. He gave you one of his kidneys. He gave you one of his eyes. He gave you a piece of his liver. He gave you everything he could possibly give and still survive. The air left Leah's lungs. Her world tilted on its axis. Then, that's why he only has one eye, why he gets sick so often, why you protect him so much. Yes, her mother whispered, because every day he lives is a miracle, and every day you live is because of him. The truth crashed down on Leah like a mountain, crushing the jealousy and resentment that had lived in her heart for so long. She broke down, sobbing. I didn't know. I thought you just loved him more. Her father placed a steadying hand on her shoulder. We love you both more than words can say, but Liam already gave so much of his life for you, so we tried to give him all the love and care we could, because we felt like we owed him so much. Leah's sobs were uncontrollable, a storm of guilt and regret. Just then, the doctor appeared in the doorway. Liam is awake, he said gently. He's asking for his sister. Leah walked into the hospital room as if in a trance. Liam was lying on the bed, pale and bruised, but the moment he saw her, a weak smile touched his lips. Leah, he whispered, his voice raspy. Are you okay? Those 3 words shattered what was left of her composure. She burst into tears again. Why are you asking about me? I hurt you. Almost. Liam held out his hand, cutting her off. We're twins, he said softly. We share everything, right? Even pain. She collapsed beside his bed, clinging to him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I never knew what you gave me. I'm sorry for being so jealous. Liam, with his one good eye, managed a gentle smile. He reached up and wiped her tears away. I'd give you everything all over again, just to make sure you lived. Those words would be carved into Leah's soul for the rest of her life. From that day forward, everything changed. The jealousy that had poisoned her heart for years dissolved, replaced by an overwhelming sense of guilt, gratitude, and a fierce, protective love. She became Liam's shadow, but this time it was a shadow of kindness. She helped him when he grew tired, supported him when his health was fragile, and cherished every single moment with him. And Liam gentle, selfless Liam never once held a grudge. He just kept loving his sister with the same pure, unconditional love he always had, because that was who he was. A brother who had saved a life before he even knew how to speak his own name. This story teaches us some powerful lessons. First, never judge a situation you don't fully understand. We often have no idea about the silent battles others are fighting or the sacrifices they've made for us behind the scenes. Second, jealousy is a blinding emotion. It can poison our hearts and lead us to hurt the very people who love us the most. Third, gratitude has the power to heal. When we finally learn the truth, we must learn to appreciate the people who protect and love us, even when we don't see it. And finally, we learn that family isn't measured by gifts or praise, but by the unseen sacrifices made purely out of love. Liam gave everything he had, not because he was forced to, but because love demanded it. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that makes you think and feel. We'll see you in the next video.